Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Today I'm part of the From the Heart of a Crafter collaboration hosted by Amy Love. There are a number of talented ladies who are in this collaboration who are just as excited as I am to share their inspiration and ideas for Valentine's Day projects. I have links listed below to all of their channels, and I hope you take the time to check out all of their videos and show them some love by commenting, liking, and subscribing to their channels. For my project today, I created a stack of romantic themed envelopes that contain love letters from Henry VIII to Anne Boleyn, and bits and pieces that can be used in journals. I drew inspiration for this project from a vintage love letter journal that I created several years ago, along with a stack of envelopes that were created by Fiona J, and also a stack of envelopes that A Trace of Sparkle created. I do have links for those videos listed below too, because I do want to thank those couple ladies for their inspiration. And so now I'm ready to kind of share with you guys what I created. So again, it is a stack of letters, or stack of envelopes. Each of these envelopes do contain several letters from Henry VIII that I copied off of the internet to Anne Boleyn, who he wanted as a mistress but did end up actually marrying. And I used paper from Stamperia, and I created all of the envelopes myself, and all of the paper in here is either cardstock or paper from the Stamperia paper collection. So I did add a couple of stick pins to my stack of envelopes. And part of my inspiration, again, came from Fiona and Jennifer, who's A Trace of Sparkle. They both had stacks of envelopes, and inside the envelopes, they added items that they could use in junk journals. And then again, a while back, I also created a junk journal that was kind of a vintage love letter theme, and I did use one of the Henry VIII love letters in that journal. And so I did add a flower to my tie, and I just added the seam binding in between the layers right here so that you can take it off. So if you were to use this in a journal, you could take off the seam binding, and of course you could use the seam binding for closure or for other tags in your journal. And so here's the first envelope that I created. So most of the items on the envelopes can be taken off. So this is a paper clip right here, and then the paper clip's holding a little tag. Then here's the paper clip that I created, just with some paper clusters. Then inside that envelope, I included a little file folder that I decorated, a little mini file folder. And then here's a couple of the love letters that I printed off that Henry VIII wrote to Anne Boleyn. And I just thought it would be fun to add these to a journal all about Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn. It was kind of a tragic story. You know, he's the king that beheaded quite a few women that he was married to. One of them ended up being Anne Boleyn after they were married. So that was the first envelope. And then here's the second one that I created. And then here's a little paper clip. Another little journal card. I did do a lot of distressing of my papers. I inked a lot of my edges. And I did do a lot of sewing around things. And again, in this one, I have included another journal card. Another several letters that Henry VIII wrote to Anne Boleyn. And then I included this little envelope pocket that I created that could be easily added to a journal. And then inside of it, I just added a heart that I die cut out. There's some ticket stubs that I created, and then a whole bunch of little cute little mini tags. And the next envelope that I created, this one again has a paper clip cluster, and on this paper clip I did have a little tuck spot on it, so then you can add a couple more tags. And again, I love how that turned out. And then on this actual envelope I did create a belly band, and the tags fit inside of that belly band. And then on the back I just decorated with a couple little hearts. And again, there's another several letters that Henry VIII wrote. Another journal card that I sewed the edges and inked the edges on that one. A little tag that I sewed around the edges. And then another little kind of pocket envelope type journal item. And then again, on inside of this one, I just included lots of little bits and pieces that could be used for layering clusters inside of journals. There's lots of little tags and little labels, and then another heart. And then here's the next envelope that I created. There's the front and the back. And again, this one I have a little decorated heart, and I made that with a die cut. I think that one was a Sizzix die. And it holds another little postcard, journaling card. And on the inside, this one has a journal card that I just sewed around. And a couple more letters. And again, I thought this would be kind of fun to add to a journal. You could use some washi tape and tape them in, or put them into some of the different tuck spots. And then of course you could incorporate the envelopes into the junk journal also. And the next one that I'd like to share with you guys is this envelope. That's the front, and that's what the back looks like. And this one you can take off this little cluster here. It's a little paper clip. And then inside here I have another little pocket that I added with some trims. And in this one I included just a little piece that you could add to a journal and make it into a tuck spot. If you were to glue it down, it could very easily be a tuck spot. And then I included another little shabby heart that I created. And on the inside of this one, I have some more journaling cards. Again, I just inked the edges and sewed around all of them. This is all the Stamperia paper, and I included 2 letters in this one. The next envelope I'd like to share with you is this one. That's the back, and this is the front. And this one, this item comes off. I just have a little key paper clip, and again, here's a little pocket that could easily be added to a journal. And inside of this one I just stuck a little heart, and you could of course journal on the back of that one, or you could add some seam binding and make it into a tag, or you could actually glue it down to a page and make it into another tuck spot, or just a little embellishment in your journal. And then right here, this was a die cut, and I went ahead and added a little journal card inside that pocket there. And on the inside of this letter, or envelope, I added some more letters. And I did print all of these letters on parchment paper. Another journal card. And this I created, it's another little element that can be added into your journals. It's another pocket. It's kind of a crisscross pocket. And you can pull this out and then journal on the back of this and on this, or you could stick a photo or an actual letter in there. And on this one I just have a little rubber stamp sentiment that I like. It just says, "The best things in life are unseen. That's why we close our eyes when we kiss, laugh, or dream." So I thought that was kind of cute. And the final envelope that I wanted to share with you guys is this one, and that's how it's decorated on the front and the back. I did try to keep my envelopes fairly plain so that they could easily be added to a journal. And this one I just used a little butterfly to, it's paper clip to hold the heart. And this was a little heart tag that I created. And that's a Spellbinders die set that I used. And I thought, again, you know, you can use it as a tag, but you can also journal on the back side of it. And that's what the envelope looks like. And on the inside of this one, I included some jumbo tags. And these ones actually do have room to add. This one is a pocket, so you can add a journal card inside of that one. And there's that one. And these are fairly blank on the back side, so you can easily go ahead and write over this and journal on the back side if you were to use it in a journal. A couple more journal cards. And the last couple letters from Henry VIII to Anne Boleyn. Thank you all so very much for watching today. I really appreciate it. And I hope you were inspired by my project and would love to read your comments. Please don't forget to check out all of the other ladies in the collaboration. And again, I have all of their links listed below in the description box. I do want to wish you all a very happy Valentine's Day. And until next time, happy crafting.